Yo, yo, yo. Just checking all the audio and stuff, guys. All right, all right, all right, all right. I finally got it working after a lot of effort because I've never really done a live stream before. After a whole lot of effort, I got this thing going. What's up? My name's DRYVE, and a lot of you are here because you've been listening to my music for quite a while. I think I've been putting out music for about I don't know, 2 or 3 years now, and have never showed my face before on a stream. So here we are, and if you see me looking off the sides, because I kind of have a janky setup. Computer's over here, um, camera's here. I literally worked on this down to the wire. This morning I had to borrow my girlfriend's PC because I run a Mac. And apparently streaming on a Mac is like terrible if you're trying to have like a camera and like input like video game stuff and like audio and all this stuff. Apparently a Mac is like the worst thing for streaming. And I didn't know that. I have two MacBook Pros, and I just make music. I don't really do like a lot of other multimedia stuff besides like some digital art, but I had no idea that they were terrible for streaming. So here we are, working on this now. And so forgive me if the audio is weird. If you guys can't hear me, if you can't hear anything, if you can't hear the music, just let me know so I can work out the bugs in this, because I plan on doing this a lot more. And I'm sort of like monitoring it also on my phone here to make sure that everything's going according to plan. Anyways, thanks Blue Star. So here we are. This is my home studio. I know it's kind of blurry to see back here. You can see the Synthwave aesthetic is happening in full effect back here on the monitors. Yeah, I like live and breathe Synthwave. I was born in 1979, so I am a true 80s kid. And growing up in the 80s was a hell of a time. It was like pretty much the best time. The 90s were really rad too. So when I made this record, that's out today. That's why we're here. This is a celebration, a CD release. Not a CD release. Nobody listens to CDs anymore. A streaming, a Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube release of 80s Kids, which is a homage to growing up in the 80s. And it's inspired by all the music I grew up listening to and loving. You know, my mom listened to a lot of like Michael Jackson and Blondie and whoever did that song, Manita. I remember that song when I was like a little kid. I remember I can remember my youth like probably down to like age 3. I remember random things, and I remember like running around and listening to that song. And I think I even remember watching Beat It for the first time. The first time Michael Jackson ever like premiered the Moonwalk, and it was like an award show, and he performed Beat It. And like I saw that, I remember it, and it was funny because like he had the white glove on, and he was like doing the moonwalk, and I was like, oh wow, Michael Jackson is this white glove, and I had these white gloves, so I ran into my bedroom as a little kid, and I put this white glove on, and I was in there like dancing around and like walking backwards and stuff, and my parents came in there like making fun of me, like, oh, he thinks he's Michael Jackson and all this, so yeah, just I am a true 80s kid, and so today we're just gonna hang out. I'll talk about some of the tracks. I'll talk about the record. I'll probably play some. I have an OG Super Nintendo over here. I tried to get my my regular Nintendo that like I got in 1985 working, but it has shit the bed. It doesn't work anymore. I've tried everything I could to get it to work, and it's just not firing up. So Super Nintendo today it is. We're gonna play some. Actually, I'm gonna play some Super Mario World. That's like one of my favorite Super Nintendo games ever. I actually need to get some more. This isn't even the OG Super Nintendo I got as a kid. I like somehow had lost that one or it broke, and I had to hunt one down on eBay, and it's all busted. This one's all busted up too, but I found it on eBay, and I've been like kind of buying random games here and there. I got Super Mario World. I got Donkey Kong Country. I got Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Mario Kart's clutch. We'll probably play some Mario Kart sometime. I didn't really want to play Mario Kart in this stream because I like actually suck at Mario Kart. Like I do. I'm like the worst Mario Karter that's ever Mario Karted. So I think I need to like hone in my Mario Kart skills a little bit so I can like play it on the stream and not like a total buffoon on here. But anyways, I'm gonna play. We're just kind of like gonna go through the record. I'm gonna try to play in order in which it was released. I can't really remember what that is, and I don't have it numbered on here. I'm actually using my girlfriend's PC laptop to do this, and like I said, I'm a Mac user, so like this is super foreign to me. So it's like I have all these windows open, I can't navigate anything, and like I don't understand the right clicking on PC like at all. So bear with me. So this first song I'm gonna play that's on the record. It's called Sunset Nostalgia. It was originally called Sunrise Nostalgia, but then I realized like when I was like I slept in as a kid, so I didn't really like see sunrises. I mean, I guess it's school in the morning, but I was always late. Like my parents were always like mad because I wouldn't get out of bed, so I changed it to Sunset Nostalgia. And this track was actually made years ago, back in maybe 2019. I kind of got the idea about doing like synthwave. I had the DRYVE name, but I was making like I only put out a couple things. They were like remixes. They were very like aggressive electronic music, and I was like, I want to do something more synthwave. So I had this idea about making the project more synthwave, and I started experimenting in that vein and seeing what that would sound like. And this was like one of the first things I made in. All right, kids. Sorry about that. Like I said, it's my first time doing this, and it's taken a lot of effort to get this to work. Apparently, I had some problem with the software. I just had to restart it. That aside, let's see if we can get back into this. So this next song is one of the first things I said I'd made when I started working on the DRYVE project, as being a actual synthwave project in itself. And this song is called Sunset Nostalgia. It is the first song that is on the album. Some of you have probably heard it already. Hopefully a lot of you have listened to it like a jillion times. And hopefully you're going to listen to a jillion more. Here we are, Sunset Nostalgia by me, DRYVE. All right, the intro track, instrumental. Yeah, hopefully you guys dig that one. That obviously was the build-up into what was going to be the next song on the record. And the next song is actually the first song that I attempted singing myself on. The DRYVE project, I've always done features with friends. If you're here, you're familiar with Father Dude, and how he and I did the Payback for Pierogi and Scammer Payback. That's a collaborative album between the two of us, co-written, produced by me, and completely sung by him. And I felt like there was something that was missing from the project, and that was having the ultimate form of expression, which was to sing myself. And I've played in bands my whole life. Since I was in high school, I was either the guitar player or the bass player. I wrote songs. I sang backups, but I was always afraid to get like in front of the mic. I didn't think I had a cool, appealing voice at all. And so that was a little tricky for me to figure out, was how to find my voice and have it fit right and sound cool. And I kind of got a tip. I was like searched a lot to find like the tip that would help me, because there's a lot of like information out there like, oh, this is how you sing, and it's like, I know how to sing notes and stuff. I just couldn't figure out how to like get the tone in your voice to sound cool. And then this one person on the internet was giving some tips one day, and what they said to me was that, or what they said to the audience that's watching their YouTube tips on the internet, was when you sing, it should feel as natural as talking. It shouldn't feel forced. It shouldn't feel like you're altering your voice, unless that's what you mean to do, like character singing. But it should feel really natural. It should feel like speaking. And I was like, huh. Because I would always try to like mimic my favorite singers or adjust my tone to be something different than what was natural, because I don't think I have a cool voice. And I still don't. But I found something that I didn't hate for once by doing that. And so We Were Just Kids is a beat that I wrote back in probably 2020. We were in lockdown. I wrote a ton of music for DRYVE. I probably wrote 3 or 4 albums worth of Synthwave songs, probably even more. I had most of the Payback beats done around in that time, and most 80s kids beats, a lot of them were done in that time as well. Earlier in January this year, I was sifting through stuff and just trying to find things to write to try to sing on, and the beat for We Were Just Kids came up, and it was called Coast to Coast at the time. And I just started freestyling on the mic, plugged in on it, and We Were Just Kids, like that came out right away. And I was like, that's a great like hook. And then I thought about just what it means when you were just a kid, and there's all this crazy stuff going on in the world all the time, and it feels like the world's ending. I mean, even growing up in the 80s, like we thought the world's gonna end. We think the world's ending now, with the pandemic we had, and then the thing with Ukraine, and back in the 80s we had like we're still in the Cold War with Russia, like there was still a nuclear scare, there was like all this stuff happening, and I think that every generation's felt like the world's ending. Because things are changing, and when you're a kid, you don't really give a shit if you're just having fun and a good time, and you're not concerned with the adult things and politics and bills and and healthcare and whatever else it is. So that's where I came up with We Were Just Kids, and that's actually going to be the next track that I play. This is We Were Just Kids. And actually, while I play We Were Just Kids, I might jam on some Super Nintendo. Let me see if I can get this thing to actually work here. Boom, there it is. Start a new game. And like, this isn't the OG controller either. Like, this is a Actiware. Like, the OG ones were fried. I had to get like a new controller. And when you see me playing this game, I'm like literally playing it off the little tiny screen in OBS, so I'm probably majorly gonna suck at this, and I feel like that's probably okay, right? It's okay if I totally suck at this. You're not gonna hate me for it. And it took a lot of effort to get this thing to work like this. I almost didn't do this at all. But yeah, let's give it a whirl. Here's We Were Just Kids. Maybe it's here. Right away. We got this. Damn it. All right, so there it was. We Were Just Kids. And when I wrote that song, I probably listened to that song like a billion times. For once, I was my favorite artist for I was like my favorite artist for like a week. Like when I wrote that song. Now I've heard it too much, and I haven't even played it live yet, but I've already heard it too much at this point. But it's still fairly new, because I did the vocal and recorded it back in January. When I did the vocals and got the guest vocals and everything together for this record and finished it, I wanted it to come out relatively quick. I didn't want to sit on the record too long, because other artist projects I've had, it's like you make some record and you're on a label, and then you just like end up sitting on this record for like ever, waiting for it to come out, and it kind of loses like that special thing that you love about it because you like sat on it too long. And I didn't really want that to happen with this one, so we had to get it out quick, and that's another reason why I put it out myself, and not on a label. Usually I do releases on New Retrowave, and they're really great, but this time around I just really wanted to get this out and just see if I could do this whole thing on my own for once. And the payback we did on, dang it, I lost Yoshi! Oh my god, I'm gonna have a meltdown. That stupid, oh my god, that dinosaur is, Yoshi's pretty dumb. Like one thing, Yoshi's a total weenie. Like he's scared and he takes off all the time. And you gotta know something also. Like when Mario's riding Yoshi, like, and you want him to open his mouth and like grab stuff with his tongue. I never noticed this when I was a kid, and like I just noticed it like maybe this year. I was playing this game earlier this year, and like Mario like hits him on the back of the head. Mario's a dick. Like seriously, like that's like animal abuse, Mario. Like straight up. Yeah, Mario and his animal abuse. Oh, for some reason my Super Nintendo's on the fritz. Oh, there it goes. And there's like this like slight delay too from the gameplay because I'm like running through OBS and I didn't run like you can like split the signal and run it on a TV so like you don't have this problem, but I didn't do that, so I'm playing it with a delay. Yeah, man, like straight getting donkey punched. Like Yoshi gets donkey punched by Mario and Luigi too. Like they're abusive. They're brothers, right? Mario and Luigi. They're super. You know, it's funny. My younger brother, he's like 30. He still wears like Mario, Super Mario shirts and stuff. Oh, speaking of shirts, like check it out. I got here. Let me get this out of the screen. I got my Cobra Kai shirt on. This isn't OG from the 80s or anything. It's just a remake because Cobra Kai, the TV show, is popular. But you know, Karate Kid, hiya. Anyways, we'll back into playing songs from 80s Kids, my new album, which is out today. You can stream it everywhere. You can go to my Bandcamp. You can buy digital download. You can pre-order a limited edition cassette. They look super cool. I know people don't really listen to cassettes anymore, but I have one around here from... Here we go. This isn't the 80s Kids cassette, but this is my my DRYVE EP, my first ever DRYVE release cassette. And they're pretty cool. Like, it's colored. And when I do the 80s Kids, it's not going to be black and white. This is... The label kind of was, like, sort of cheap on that. But that's going to be colored. And, but yeah, it'll be a lot like this. And it's just like a collector's item if you're into that. And we're going to do compact discs. And vinyl. The vinyl's really expensive to press. And it takes a really long time. And I know a lot of you in this chat here right now have probably ordered the Payback on vinyl. I just want to talk about that for a second because I know everybody's waiting on it. And they were supposed to be done in May, and then they're supposed to be done in June, and they're supposed to be done in July, and then, like, they're done. I actually got... It's not me. It's the pressing plant, the record pressing plant, is writing checks their butts can't cash, or just making promises that they can't... You know, they're just backed up. Surplus is low. And... But it's been pressed, it's been packaged, and it is being shipped currently. So if you did order the Payback on vinyl, those orders are being filled right now, and they are being shipped out. You'll get a shipping notification in your email the second yours ships. I had to send them the posters, and I sent some. Do I have stickers here? Yeah. I sent them these really cool stickers. They're like these little hologram stickers of the Payback. I included those in there. I wanted you all to have like some extra goodies if you ordered that. If you ordered the special edition. I wish the camera would focus on these. I gotta pull it back. It looks a lot cooler, honestly, than it does here. I mean, they're very hologrammy and they're cool. And we're gonna do this with 80s Kids also. But all that's being packaged up, all that's being shipped to you. I can't put those there because my salt rock lamps have been perspiring. It's so hot here. They have dripped salt and sweat all over the desk. But yeah, Payback LPs being shipped out. I have a stock of them that are coming to me. I've got about... the Payback vinyl is limited edition. There are only 250 of them that will ever be in existence. Unless for some reason that thing blows up and... we have to print more, but that specific vinyl and the design and the color of the vinyl on it are all limited editions. There's only 250 of them that will ever be in existence that way, and I'm going to be sitting on about 60 of them, so I do still have Payback vinyls if you want a Payback vinyl. That said, 80s Kids also on doing a vinyl campaign for that. I need to clear $3,100 pledge. So what you do is you go there and you pledge. It's $30 for a vinyl. You can buy one, you can buy two, you can buy 10, you can buy 20, or you can buy a special package. I'm doing posters again that are autographed. I'm including the limited edition cassette with it. I'm going to throw the stickers in there. I'm going to autograph it. I already said that. There's a test pressing package also in there. So you get like the test pressing also, which is cool. The test pressings are like, they send those to me before they duplicate all the vinyls, and I listened to them for inconsistencies, make sure the audio levels are good and everything. So all those test pressings that you get have been in my hands, and I've like approved those all. They make me listen to about 10 of them. I have to listen to about 10 records of the same record and make sure they're all consistently good. So yeah, you can get those 80s Kids vinyl. Go pledge it. Help me get that thing pressed. If I can even get the pledge mark to, it goes until September 2nd. I have to get the money pledged. If I can get it halfway pledged, I'm just going to take the other half out of my pocket to make sure we get those pressed, because I really want to have this record pressed to vinyl. And if you do order 80s Kids on vinyl, you can expect to wait a very long time. It's probably, they're projecting that will not be shipped out until December or January. So again, you'll be waiting on that, but it's a nice little Christmas or New Year's gift for yourself, for your loved ones, for your kids. If you got kids, get them invested in Synthwave and 80s music, because you know, it's like the best time, and some of the best music that it was ever made came out in the 80s. And I feel like now we just hear a lot of, you know, rehashed things in pop, and a lot of pop music has borrowed heavily from the 80s and is again now. You know, Dua Lipa, The Weeknd, Miley Cyrus, all borrowing heavily from the 80s, and Synthwave, which you know, just to address what Synthwave is, at least what I believe it to be and what my knowledge of it is it's not actually music from the 80s. Is not Synthwave. Synthwave is music that was made in a time period around the late 2000s, like 2008, 2010. That scene kind of started up, and it was a genre that was like a homage to 80s like synth pop and new wave and things like that. They use a lot of 80s sounds like Lynn drums. It's a drum machine. They use a lot of vintage 80s synthesizers. Like I have a couple here I can show you really quick. I'm trying to turn this camera and not mess up this whole thing. Let me see here. Okay, bear with me here. This here is the Prophet 6 synthesizer. This one is not actually from the 80s, but they had a Prophet 5 back then, which is really awesome. And this is sort of a kind of, not really a replica of that, but kind of a jump off of that. And then that up there is a Moog grandmother. And I use both of those heavily on the DRYVE records. So yeah, Synthwave is just a homage to that. And I know I started this project as a Synthwave project, and I do love Synthwave, and I intend to keep this to be very Synthwave-esque. Although I feel like, I listen to my records every time that they get released. I like to listen to it on Spotify. It's in DRYVE. It's a whole different experience. DRYVE, DRYVE. I go for a DRYVE. It's a whole different experience when I hear it when it's released in the world, and to me it almost sounds better than it did when it was in the studio. Excuse me. And I was listening to a couple of tracks, and especially Bad Love, and I really noticed that Bad Love was very different from the 80s. Like, it's very 80s, but like the synthwave thing that I normally do isn't in that track. I mean, it's in there, but the beat's a little more funky and broken up. It has this really funky kind of bass line, and you know, the cars, the guitar, and the track to me feels more like the 1975-esque type of thing. And I was kind of thinking, like, wow, you know, I'm kind of breaking away from the traditional like synthwave thing that I am known to be doing, which is like the very like 8th notey or 16th notey like plucky bass sound that's like do 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 do. You hear it on my songs like Blink of an Eye, pretty much almost every song I have, honestly, it's in there. So maybe it's good that's getting a little rinsed out. And, you know, and just having like a lot more like live guitars in the track makes it a little more, I guess it's a little more of a pop rock song in that regard. And the saxophone that you hear in the track, that honestly isn't a saxophone, that's a vocal, just pitched up high and reverb to sound like a saxophone. And then when I wrote that song and sing that song, I honestly just couldn't stand that song. I honestly thought that song was terrible. Bad Love. Bad. Yeah, it was just bad. I actually had a different chorus for it before too, and it was terrible. And then I was like, this chorus sucks. And I came up with that chorus. I actually had a whole different song for it. And then I came up with that chorus. And the reason I came up with that chorus is my one of my best friends and my roommate actually that lives up above here was having a fight with her boyfriend, and she was complaining about some things with it, and I was like, to me, and I kind of was like wrote that song as like kind of a jump off of her story, and like, you know, if the love's like, you know, if we're in love, but if it's sour or rotten, like I don't want it, I'll put it back, you know, like and it's kind of like the tale of like you know, when you're kind of hanging on the line and, you know, something's still new and like, is this other person gonna fuck this up, and like, you know, should I really get invested in this, you know, if it's bad love, I'll throw it back. And that being said, I guess we should like play Bad Love, right? Like I know that that's not in order of the album, but let's do it, right? Bad Love. And maybe I'll continue to play this Nintendo while we listen to Bad Love and see if I can get through another level of anything here. Let me get my Nintendo on. Boom, there it is. What? It's like it played itself while I don't remember going up there and doing that. Did it play itself? Did the ghost in here hijinks my Nintendo and start playing it? That'd be rad. Anyways, here's Bad Love from 80s Kids. Maybe.
She's always been my vice, left out of my own account. That girl, she never plays nice, looking out for myself again. Not gonna fall for your line, looking out for myself again. Or else I might lose my mind. Maybe there's no going back. I rated myself this time. Maybe there's no going back. I rated myself this time. It's bad love. 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 If it's bad love, I'll throw it back. So tell me how this ends. Are you gonna up and leave me? Please tell me how this ends before I get myself too deep. Maybe there's no going back. I rated myself this time. Maybe there's no going back. I rated myself this time. It's bad love. 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 If it's bad love, I'll throw it back. It's bad love. 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 If it's bad love, I'll throw it back.
It's my favorite part.
It's bad love. 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 If it's bad love, I'll throw it back.
All right, there's Bad Love from 80s Kids. Yeah, ended up being one of my favorites. Yeah, and yeah, I see everybody mentioning Pierogi in here. Shout out to him. I sent him 80s Kids, and I said, you know, play whatever songs you want off of it. And you know, he's Pierogi and everybody at Scammer Payback's been super instrumental in the rising success of this project and helping so many of you that are here in hanging out right now with me in the chat find my music and love it. And yeah, you know, wouldn't be here, couldn't have done it without him. Maybe I'll talk about Pierogi for a second and the journey there. They contacted me back around a year ago at this time, and they were like, I had a track called City Nights that was on my album last year, and they really liked it, and they were like, yeah, we really want to, you know, put City Nights on the broadcast, and can we, you know, get the license and clear it up to use that? And I was like, yeah, sure. And they're like, also, we'd like to have like something that feels like City Nights, that's like kind of a, you know, song for the channel. And I was like, oh, like a theme song. I was like, I'd never seen the channel. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know it was huge. I didn't know that. And I was like, well, what's the channel called? And they're like, Scammer Payback. You know, we like, you know, call scammers that are, you know, screwing people around and, you know, mess with them. And I was like, cool. And I, as soon as he said the name to me, I had the hook in my head already. This is the payback. Like, I had that immediately. And I already knew what the whole track would sound like. And, you know, Father Dude sings City Nights, so I called Father Dude, his name's Mitch, and I called Mitch, and it's like, you know, these guys want to do this thing, and it could be cool, and, you know, make a couple bucks, and, you know, why not do it? You know, we don't ever have to put it out or anything, just make, like, a cool, like, theme song for their channel. So, sat down that afternoon, made the entire beat to the payback, told Father Dude what the hook was, sent it to him. He wrote all the rest of the vocal recording. I think we had the whole thing done in like 3 days. It was like mixed and everything, already ready to go. And I couldn't believe how well it turned out. I was like, wow, I really love this song. Like, it feels like an action movie to me. I sent it to them, and they really liked it. And you know, and we went about our ways. And you know, I get hit up like, you know, 4 or 5 weeks later, and they're like, hey, are you gonna like put out this song? And I was like, oh, I don't know, like. Kind of just made it for your channel. I didn't think I was gonna put it out. And they're like, well, everyone on Scammer Payback, like, they love this song, and they're like, you should like jump on a Scammer Payback stream sometime, like a live stream, and just see. And so I got on one, and I saw like all of everyone's reaction in there when they played the song, and yeah, I like never had that much love in one place on a project that, you know, besides like a live show, but it was like, it was a lot, and I was like, wow. People really vibe with this tune. So I talked to Father Dude, and we decided to put it out, and the reaction to it was like super awesome. And Pierogi called me back up, and he was like, hey, we'd like, you know, to do a couple more songs. And he had a couple ideas, and those ideas were the Vivian for Red Cherry, which became Red Cherry, and then Each and Everything, which you guys know is Each and Everything. And I was like, yeah, we could do a couple more songs, but I have this idea, like, what if, like, Scammer Payback and Father Dude and myself, what if we did, like, kind of a collaborative thing, an album for your channel, and you will give you the license to all the music, and basically they paid us to make the record, and then we just gave them, like, the exclusive license to, you know, use it, in, you know, forever. And, I was like, that's where I got the idea for like the cover of the payback and the movie poster look, because like it felt like this action film, and it was like this character in my mind that went through, like, he's like tracking down these scammers, and like things are happening in their life, and it was kind of like this journey of and it was almost like writing the journey of Pierogi from, like, you know, the third person perspective of it. And you know, I laid it on Father Dude, and he loved it, and you know, we came up with a lot of concepts for the song. Like, I was like, we need a hero, like that song, we need a hero. Like, I was like, we need a hero anthem, and that's how Hero became the thing. Like, we need that thing. And you know, Pierogi always be like, join the fight, and it's like, I was like, we need a song called Join the Fight. Like, we need a song that's like join the fight. I know that might sound cheesy, but that's how it came about. And Yeah, that's how many of you have found me, and that's how a lot of us are here now. And shout out to Pierogi, and you know, he's been very instrumental in playing Bad Love, and helping you all find that. And he's also been playing, I think he's been playing Image Capture, which also features Father Dude, which is on the album, which we might play next. But I'm actually gonna look at the chat here for a second because I've kind of not been really looking at it, and I see a ton of familiar faces in here. Yo, Gypsy Rose, Simply Debbie, Alexander Heller, Blue Star, Greg, Steph. Oh, Draco's in here. Man, Draco, I think that, you know, me and my girlfriend, I think my girlfriend is in here. She was in here earlier. Her name's Katie Soar on here, I think. Katie Sorensen. We were discussing who we think are, like, the biggest DRYVE supporters, and I think that it's close. There's a lot of really big DRYVE supporters, and oh, Jerry Summers in here, man, a huge DRYVE supporter there. He's a local guy. He comes to some of my like other project shows. Like, Jeremy, what's up? Like, you're a true homie, man. Love you. But yeah, Draco is like, we decided that it's close, but we got to give it to Draco. That Draco is probably my, like, #1 supporter. Draco, love you. Like, seriously, awesome. Thank you so much, and thank you all of you for everything, supporting the project, buying the downloads, buying the shirts, buying the albums, just watching the streams, or even just like creeping in on my Twitter or in the comments sometimes to just be like, yo, this is freaking awesome. Like, it means a lot when you're an artist and you're like in the thick of it and you live in your own head all the time, and I just make music I love. I'm not trying to do anything. Like, I'm not trying to make it I mean, it'd be great if I have a hit, but I'm not trying for it to be a hit song or pander to like what radio does or what I think people want to hear. I mean, this project and several of my other projects too. I just do what I love and what I feel in the moment. And a lot of times that's Synthwave, and it's awesome to be able to like put something out and have you guys like eager to hear it and receptive to it, and like, and when the sound like changed up on this record and like I started singing and I realized, you know, and then, you know, it wasn't Father Dude on vocal all the time. It was me and, you know, and some of my other friends that are on it. It was, it's just cool. So thank you guys so much for that. And I guess let's get into another song. In spirit of, actually, let me check my battery. Okay. In spirit of Father Dude, let's listen to Image Capture. I think this is one of the best songs we've ever made. Back on Mario. A strong attraction. Oh, continue and save. Look at that. Look at. I almost looked like I knew what I was doing in that level. I think things are coming back to me with this game. Yeah, Greg says, everyone tells me I look like Dave Grohl. Yeah, I hear that a lot, actually. I don't think I look anything like Dave Grohl. I would like to think I'm better looking than Dave Grohl, but it's probably the other way around. I was at the store the other day, and this woman came up to me, and she was like, "Excuse me, but has everyone ever told you that you look like..." I was like, "Stop. Dave Grohl, right?" And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "There it is." I've actually... This is true. I've actually signed autographs for people that wasn't like me, like DRYVE. It was like Dave Grohl. Like, they thought I was Dave Grohl. I had like glasses on. So yeah. And I just signed it. I just thought it was funny. But yeah, I gotta keep checking my battery on this camera. Oh, we're getting down there. I might have to go to this other camera and charge this one. Alright, so yeah, image capture with Father Dude, you just heard it. Love that song. I think it's the best song him and I have done together, hands down. I know there's a lot of bangers. I know that everyone loves City Nights, but like, there's something about that song that's incredible. It's kind of got a Marvin Gaye vibe to that vocal. It was crucial that we had to have that smooth sexual R&B 80s jam on the album to make it a true 80s kids record. Father Dude brought the heat. I actually tried to sing on that one myself, and it was not happening. And I was like, I need somebody that can like just smooth this out. I've got like a new wave like voice, or I sing in a rock band too, so I have a rock voice. But yeah, Father Dude's like the G of that. So, anyways, moving on. And I might have to set up some stuff here to make sure that I can still talk to you guys if this camera goes dead on me. So let me just make sure that that's good to go. It is. Okay. UK asked me where I'm from Denver, Colorado in the USA. Yeah, I know it's not very palm treesy, synthwavy, but you know, it is what it is. I think I want to play another song. I think I might play another song while I switch out this camera. First, I'm going to talk about it first. So next song I'm going to play is 80s song with Cassiopeia, and I'll tell you guys about how I met Cassiopeia. I worked with Ryan Tedder from One Republic for a while back in 2017. We were doing pitches for Selena Gomez and a handful of other artists. One of the Jonas Brothers, I can't remember which one it was. Nick, Joe, maybe, I don't know. And there was a song on there that we did, which is, and Selena actually recorded it, but she never wanted to release it. And it was called Better. It was written by Ryan Tedder and produced by myself and Ryan Tedder's nephew. And there was a show called The Launch. It was a Canadian show. It was a lot like The Voice in America, where people, compete with how good their vocals are. And there was a 17-year-old girl in there, and her name's Cassiopeia. That's actually her real name. And she's a phenomenal voice. She won the show, and the winner got to record a song with Ryan Tedder. And that was the song that she got to record. We gave her that track because it wasn't being used. So she recorded Better, and they released it. And it was a top 40 in Canada. So I technically have produced a top 40 record, just not in the United States and not of my own. A year later, so Cassiopeia, was hitting me up like, I love the way that the song sounds, and I would like to do some more songs with you. And I was like, yeah, that'd be great. And I've been producing her records. If you go listen to Cassiopeia's Spotify page, I've produced the majority, probably 90% of the records that she's put out since Better. I think there's maybe like one or two I didn't produce. She's got a couple EPs out that I did both of those. I wanted her. She's a phenomenal singer. I've never had to pitch correct, like Father Dude as well. These are vocalists that I've never had to use any like pitch correction on. They're just flawless singers, like just unbelievable. Me, I'm not that flawless. Sometimes I have to do a lot of takes. Sometimes I have to pitch correct myself on a few things when it gets up in the high notes, and then I have to learn how to sing them later. Cassiopeia, Father Dude, not the case. Born singers there. So Cass, I think she's probably about 19 or 20 now. Wanted to cut a track with her. We did 80s song over the internet during lockdown. She wrote the entire vocal. I had the beat and I did the production. She wrote that whole vocal, sang it herself. And we sat on that track for 2 years. I just didn't feel like I had a good place to put it out. I didn't feel like it fit the last album. I started working on 80s Kids, and I was going through demos, and I was like, yo, this song is a banger. I think we should recut the vocal, because she's aged a bit. She's a couple years older now, and her vocals have only gotten better, because I've been working on her stuff. So she recut the vocal, and we added some things, like the whole intro vocal pads and things. And it came out great. And this is a 80s song off of 80s Kids. And what better name for a synthwave song than 80s song? And while this song is playing, you might see me get up and leave and change out my video really quick, because this camera battery's almost shot. I don't want to lose this feed, because we're not even halfway through the album, and I want to make sure that we get through this thing today. So here is 80s song featuring the sensational, the phenomenal Cassiopeia.
Every moment that I'm with you, stars align, midnight skies, hearts like fireflies. By your side, I'm catching
All right, and we're back. Apologies about the video quality. Now I have had to switch to the laptop camera. So I don't have a plug for this camera, and I realize that this looks like infinitely worse. Like my complexion in this is I promise I don't think I look this bad in real life, but maybe I do. Anyways, that was 80 song with Cassiopeia. It's the second track of my album. That sounded like a massive, massive song to me when I first got it finished. It sounded like a total 80s hit. If this was the 80s, that probably would be a hit. Um, except for one thing, and I mean, I think it's great, but I had New Retrowave upload that to their YouTube to help promote it, and that is the only track that I've actually got some like shit for that one. Just from like OG synthwave heads, like in 80s, they're like they hate the whisper singing. They say a Billie Eilish type vocal on that, and I think that's crap because I think that vocal's incredible, and I mean it's modern. And my argument is that, well, synthwave isn't a recreation of the 80s, it's a homage to the 80s, and we often do modern production things and stuff that is current in music and cross it over into things that are 80s as well. Um, I hope you can all hear me. I had to switch the mic too, so if you can't, please. Um, but yeah, that's the story of 80s song there, and I love it. I think it's a great track. Um, Thanks, Greg. So I guess moving along on this list, I'm hoping to get this other camera up here soon. This actually like makes my OCD go nuts. That this is this. I worked hard on this angle that was like straight on over here, and now I have this angle, and the lighting is really bad. And that lighting I thought was cool. So like this is like making me insane. Like it's actually, I mean, my synthwave monitors are off. It's making me go nuts. So let's play some other stuff from the record. Kind of back into like going through it in order. I think I'm gonna play Falling next. Falling's the last track that I wrote for the album. Um, it is the most new wave sounding track on the whole thing. I keep trying to talk to this camera. It's here. And I wrote this right before my girl and I went on a trip out to. We were going out to Zion in the Zion National Park out in Utah. I live in Denver, so drove 10 hours out there. And I wrote this and I wrote this song and recorded it the night before. I had the beat. I made it sometime around the new year, but this was the last thing that I actually wrote for the record. Um, and I really like how it came out. I wanted the vocal to not have a lot of separation. And I've seen some comments about that. Like, I wish the vocal had more separation from the verse to the chorus, like effects wise or just like tonality wise. And trust me, every choice I make on the record and the way it sounds is very, very, very intentional. Um, I've been doing this for a long time, so I definitely know what I want out of something. And I wanted this to really sound like I wanted the vocal to really embody that like kind of 1983, 84 type vocal sound that was going on new wave records around then, and things that inspire me. Depeche Mode is a big one that I can think of. And I didn't want it to sound like I have too many stacks. There is a vocoder in there, which is basically a vocal synthesizer. I sing through a synthesizer. I run the vocal that I have sang through a synthesizer, and it takes the sound of the synth chords and it makes it sound robot-y. It's like Daft Punk type thing. They might do that. They did it in the 80s too. But yeah, I wanted this one to sound very new wave. Yeah, very Depeche Mode, Joy Division-y almost a little bit, with a lot of synth. And I really love how this one came out. I really love the hook on it, and the verses are very low singing for me. I sing very low on the verses, which when I do it live might make me feel kind of weird. It's all like down in here, like. But anyways, here's Falling from 80s Kids.
I was taking a long drive, cruising slowly, getting my head right. I was thinking of you tonight. I wish that you'd only feel it's alright. I want you, I need you to understand one thing. That I want you, and I need you, but you're always falling. I don't know how you can falling. I don't know how you can falling. I was out on a night ride, wind in my hair, you by my side. I was happy with you tonight, but let us not forget that love makes us blind. I want you, I need you to understand one thing. That I want you, and I need you, but you're always falling. I don't know how you can falling. I don't know how you can falling. Are you awake? Do you feel the same? I don't know how you can falling. I don't know how you can falling.
All right, there it is, "Falling" from my record "80s Kids." Like I said, last song for the record, last one I wrote for it. Um, really glad it happened because it was, I felt like it needed one more song, honestly, and I was like, God, I need one more song I sing on to really round it out. And "Falling" happened, and that was that. And I feel good about it. Not mad at it, like at all. So see, now I'm invested in playing this game. I'm involved in playing this game. So moving along on 80s Kids here, and figuring out what I want to play next. I think I'm back to playing them in order. I know I played a couple out of order, and I think "Shooter" is the next track on the record. I can't remember what order I put it in. I just know what was like first and last, basically. I'm kind of guessing the rest. But so "Shooter" features Sarah, who goes by Lynx. She's a singer from the Boston area, and I met her through TikTok. Um, I was like on TikTok and saw her singing, doing some music on there. Um, thought she was really cool. Thought she had a cool vibe. She talks a lot about the music industry and creative processes and the trials and tribulations of being a creative, and that's something that I vibe with hard because I feel that in my soul, in my very being. Being a creative's tricky, especially when you're especially when you're in the thick of it and you're kind of creating in a basically in a vacuum, and you don't know if you just gotta trusting your tastes. You're not so certain if anything's really good or not. You're just kind of hoping that you're making stuff that isn't complete crap. And yeah, Sarah's kind of had that vibe. So we asked her if she wanted to do a track, and we did a song called Embrace, which is honestly, Embrace is my favorite song that is on Seulement L'Amour, which is my debut album, which came out last year. It's like the it's like the third or fourth track on there. That's my favorite song on that record by far. It has a very Crystal Castles feeling to me. It was like a mid 2000s band. They kind of had sort of a cool synthy, like dark wave type thing. And I really love synthy dark wave stuff too. I make a bit of that I might bring into the next future DRYVE releases. Um, and then it came time to when it came time to do 80s Kids, and I was thinking about vocalists that I would love to have on the record, and I was like, I mean, I definitely need a couple of people to return. I don't think it'll be it would be a DRYVE album without Father Dude, of course. So I had to get him on image capture. My nose just itches. It's allergies. I'm not doing coke. I promise. It's just allergies out here. But I felt like I loved Embrace so much I had to have Lynx come back and do another one. So I sent her the work folder. I have like a DRYVE work folder, and I keep it online, and I let friends that are artists access it for either for their own projects. They can I produce for other people, or for mine. And she picked this track called Shooter. We didn't change the name. I just called it Shooter. I think I was playing Duck Hunt that day when I made it, oddly enough, and I just was like, oh, and I called it Shooter. And we never changed the name of the track. I probably should have, but we just kept it the same. And this one's a lot more bright and poppy as opposed to Embrace was a lot more aggro and dark. And at first I really wanted another Embrace track, but I realized that her and I have already gone there and we've already done that. It was time for us to do something else, and this was the something else that it was time for. And soon it will be time again for another, because I am working with her on. She's doing an album that is synthwave geared, and there will most likely be a Lynx DRYVE collab on there as well. We have a couple in the works, one in particular. But this track is called Shooter. Love the vocal melody on this chorus. Very high note to hit. Really cool stuff. Mix this one like a pop album, or like a not pop album, but a pop record. Here's Shooter with the fabulous, the sensational, the brilliant Lynx. Levels hard. Are we back? Sorry about the streaming issues, my guys, my girls, my friends, my people. I'm new to this, and we're trying to figure out. I'm just trying to figure it all out. Cool, we're back. So basically, I have to just restart this software every 20 minutes or so for this to work. Very cool. Very, very cool. Anyways, welcome back to the Drive stream. It's not a live stream, it's a Drive stream. Here we are. We are listening to my album 80s Kids, which came out today, Friday, August 5th. A date that will go down in history, in synthwave history, in synth pop 80s history. Here we are. No, just a few of us know about it. I like this little community we have here. I like this. I like when things are underground. You know, they just feel cooler. Every artist wants to blow up and have a big. Everybody wants to have everyone hear their music. That's what it is. I want as many people to hear my music as possible. That's all. But it's really cool when it's underground. I mean, underground with a community of people that enjoy it and love it and hear it and listen to it. That being said, about a community, it would be cool to go on tour and do some drive shows, not live shows, drive shows. We'll drive live shows, and I'm working on it. And I actually do have one. It is in my town of Denver again, um, and I will announce it soon. It is in September, and I will soon announce it once I am allowed to announce it um, from the headlining artist. I'll announce it. Maybe I'll see if I can live stream it. That'd be really awesome if I could. Unless the stream's freezing like it is now. Thanks, Proud Show. Yes, come see. Well, I'll try to come through Utah. I really need to get on somebody's tour. I'd love to tour like the Midnight or somebody else that does like synthwavy stuff. This is I gotta just keep working hard and making enough noise, and people recognize this stuff. I don't usually reach out to people to work with. I don't seek out booking agents or other artists to do things. I let people come to me because I find that the best things happen. Like Pierogi and Scammer Payback came to me. I feel like the best things happen when the people outside, they approach the artist because they really want to work with you. It's not like you're trying to get a handout or get a bone thrown to you or anything. These people are finding you on their own, and they want to work with you for a reason because they love your stuff, and those are the relationships that work the best, last the longest, and have the best yield of results and success for everyone involved. So, moving along in the stream, I can't remember actually what's next on the album. I think I'm going to play the In Between, and I'm going to talk about the In Between for a little bit. I've got a lot of time. It's only 2 p.m. here. I have a band practice thing at like 7, so in like 5 hours. That's true. I play in a rock band, but I'm not going to talk about that here. Some of you might know about it, but if you do, you just keep that quiet for now. Stephen and Brittany, I guess D&D party hooked on my music. Bless you. Bless you for sharing my music. If you're sharing my music with anyone, and honestly, if you love this project and you want to support it, the absolute best thing you can do. And it's not buying my shit. It's not being on my streams. It's absolutely telling your friends about it. Word of mouth is the best spreader of music, and people need to feel like people also need to feel like they kind of discovered it. So it's hard to force it on your friends too much. I know, but I'll kind of casually show my friends like new bands and stuff, and you got to feel people love things when they feel like they found it for themselves and someone didn't have to shove it down their throat that it's good. This music is very good. I might be biased. If I didn't think it was good, I wouldn't put it out. Trust me. I'm very very selective about what I do release, and I put out probably about 5% of the music that I actually do make. So, moving on, the song's called The In Between. I made this song on all analog synthesizers, recorded it into the computer. A lot of songs I make, I do inside the computer with, they're called VSTs, they're software synthesizers.
and you do a thing called programming. You draw MIDI data into it, or you can play MIDI data from a MIDI like piano keyboard thing into the computer, and then there's a synthesizer emulator in the computer that works. Um, those sound awesome, and I figured out how to make those sound very analog and very real to me, and not so like digitally. Um, but there's something about analog synths that you just can't beat, and I do have analog synths in pretty much every drive track, even if they might be buried in there. I do make sure there's a human, not a human element, I guess human element to it, because I make sure I play in the stuff um, and put guitars in and all that stuff. Not just a human element in the singing, but also in the music as well. Um, and I made this track when it was winter and it was really cold, and I had all my synthesizers and music gear and cables and shit. I hate cables. I hate cables more than anything. As a musician, if you don't hate cables, like I don't know, you're probably not an artist. You're probably not a musician if you don't hate cables, because cables suck. I have those everywhere. I've got them all over the kitchen table. I have this giant kitchen table. It's this huge thing, and it's probably like 4 feet by like 9 feet, and it's covered in all this music gear. And I was patching in stuff, and I got all these sequences of musical notes working together, and they're kind of playing something that I think it's out of time. I don't, or not. Some parts seem out of time to me, but it still sounds okay. It still sounds gelled together enough, and it's definitely in. It's definitely not in 4/4. Most drive songs are in. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2. It's a 4 on the 4 kick. It's just ga ga with the drums. The kick and the snares that ga. Um, this track doesn't have any drums, and when I was trying to put time signature to it, it felt like it was not in 4/4. I can't tell if it's in sixes. I know this makes no sense to most people on the stream, so I'll just shut up about all that and play the track. Sat on this one for a long time. Never felt right to put it out in anywhere else. It was very much an interlude track, and I wanted it to be that way. It's just a short bit of instrumental. In my mind, this works as like a Stranger Things synth. Like this would be great for that. And that's why I call it the in between, because the Stranger Things, they had the real world and they had the upside down. And to me, this song is that space in between there where things just don't feel quite right. This is the in between from my album 80s Kids. There it is. The in between. Oh, we want to save that. Look at that. The in between for my album 80s Kids. It's a nice little synthesizer piece there. I really like doing having just instrumental pieces and little like segues, and the twinkle sound in there. I can't remember what synth that was from. I can't. It's been so long since I made that. I've been sitting on that song for a long time, and I would come back and listen to it here and there, and I was just always something felt kind of magical and swimmy about it. So I was happy to put it on the album. I guess the album's really only 10 tracks. There's just an intro and that kind of like little segue, like interlude type track that make it appear to be 12 tracks. But really, you're only getting 10. Haha, see what I did there? I made you all think you were getting more songs than you really are. It's a little trick. It's a little music industry trick. Something we do in the music industry to trick people into thinking they're getting more than they are. Really, I'd put if you combine the intro and the interlude together, that's like one song. There's kind of like 11 songs there, really, like time wise. It's funny. I looked at how long this record was last night when it came out. I never really looked at the total runtime of the album itself, and it's like just over 38 minutes. It's quick. I think the payback was like, I actually can look and see on Spotify, and it tells me how long. I mean, I know the payback deluxe version's long as hell because we put like all those instrumentals on there and stuff. But just the payback itself was yeah, payback itself. Oh, payback itself is only 43 minutes. But still, yeah, 38 minutes on 80s Kids. It's a quick listen. I think that's good though. In like today's almost 39 minutes. It's 48 seconds. I think it's good in today's world. People don't have time to listen to a lot. People get distracted quickly. What is my favorite song on the Payback album? Wow. Let me look and see what songs are on there. I can't remember. Honestly, it might be the Payback. I really like that song. That song's just a blast. To listen to make. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Payback, but if I would say that my next favorite song on there is I Am No One. I Am No One feels like a Michael Jackson track to me. And I love Father Dude's vocal on that one. I think it's incredible. Super slept on track, I think, as far as being, I think that track's like in the 80s, in my mind, in the 80s, that track was like a Michael Jackson hit. And then if I had to pick a third, I would probably go with Lightning Touch, which I think is super slept on. The beat on that track is very not normal for what I do. It's kind of got sort of a hip hop beat. So does Each and Everything, I guess, has a hip hop beat. But yeah, Lightning Touch kind of has a hip hop beat. I remember when I made that track, I was like, it felt like it was something that like Kanye West would have made back in like the late 2000s type beat. Yeah, Out of Frame is also a banger. I love Out of Frame. I do have, so when I do this show here in Denver next month, I can't really say the date or who it's with yet because it's not announced technically. But I am having Father Dude come out here. I bought his plane ticket last night, and or 2 nights ago I bought it. I'm gonna have him come out here, so I'm gonna sing some songs. He's gonna come out. We're gonna do some songs from the Payback, and then I'm gonna close out with some of my songs that I sing on. And I actually made a little set list here, and I put the songs from the Payback in there that I wanted to play. And I'm gonna get you guys' gauge on this, and if there's something else that you think I should replace it with, because we have an hour and I have it at 54 minutes currently, so I think that's good. But right now, songs from the Payback that I'm gonna have Father Dude come out and perform with me live next month are Out of Frame, On the Run, The Payback, and we were thinking about possibly doing I Am No One or Lightning Touch. And of course, we're going to do image capture from the new record also at that show. So that was kind of what I was thinking about putting in there. You don't think you found one song you don't like so far? Well, that's good. I really try to make these albums no skips. In my mind, when I'm making an album, that's the one thing that like I think about is no skips. No skips. I want no skips. I want to be able to, if I can go on a drive and listen to my own record and not skip the tracks at all, I feel really good about it. And the payback for me is no skips. The new record's no skips. All my Drive records I feel like are no skips. Thanks, Voodoo Doll. I'm trying to do a good job for you guys. Yeah, Jeremy. Yeah, City Nights is in there for sure. I forgot about that one. I mean, it's probably a show closer, honestly. Like, I don't know. Like, what's you guys' gauge? Everyone, tell me what your favorite Drive song is, hands down. Because I feel like the majority of the votes probably City Nights. Um, Obviously that's my most popular song. Um, I see a lot of people hit me up and they're just like City Nights, City Nights, City Nights. Um, the funny thing about City Nights is that City Nights was a throwaway. I put out the instrumental that first. I think it was like the second Drive track I ever put out. I put out one called 88 miles per hour, and then I put out City Nights, and then I didn't put out anything until I put out my debut EP. And City Nights for me was like I made that in an Airbnb in Costa Rica. Um, I was out there with Paige, who is in Lucy Daydream, and her boyfriend Alex, and I was just sitting having coffee, and I made the whole instrumental for City Nights, obviously without the saxophone and the vocal. Um, and I was like, this song's okay. It's got a very Boys of Summer like line. I mean, it's basically Boys of Summer. Let's not try to hide it here. I wasn't trying to rip off Boys of Summer. It just happened. And I didn't really recognize it till later. Someone was like, because I was like, Boys of Summer. I was like, oh, it is. That's why I like it so much. Jeez. Like, that's why I like the melody. That's why I use it. But I felt like it wasn't like the most awesome song. So I just kind of put it out as a burner track. And then it kind of like got traction somehow, like TikTok. And, people were like, this song's really good. The City Night song. Like, people were putting in playlists. Like, Synthwave curators were putting in playlists. And I was like, maybe I should revisit City Nights, get a vocal on it, and like dress it up. So I, showed it to Father Dude, and he was like, "Oh yeah, let's. I got a vocal for that." And he did the vocal, and my friend Noah came over and played bass on it. And I hired this guy he's playing like Jamiroquai records, Janet Jackson records, um, to do the saxophone on it. And it came out awesome. The saxophone on it came out awesome, but I still didn't like the song. We had the vocal, had everything together, but I couldn't get the mix of the song to sound right. And I just kind of like almost didn't put it out. But then it came time to do, I was talking to Retrowave, the record label I've released on, and it was, you want to do a Drive record? And I was like, yeah. And I was going through demos and stuff to put on Drive record, and I was like, I feel like this one's like I've really got to like force myself to get this thing to sound the way I want it to, and to put it out. And I did, and I'm glad I did. And City Nights has opened up all kinds of opportunities. That's how Pierogi found me, and that's how a lot of you are here. So City Nights is really kind of the real like pivotal point in the Drive project. Was that one? The Proud Show. Yeah, it's Jeremy calling me out there. Yep, it's true. Lucy Daydream is the singer Paige and myself. We both do that indie project. So when it says featuring Lucy Daydream, it's basically me featuring me with Paige as well. Don't Let Go was a Lucy Daydream song, and Blink of an Eye was also a Lucy Daydream song. We wrote those to be Lucy Daydream songs. They were very synthwavy. We chose not to put them out for that reason, because I felt like they would be better suited on the Drive project and probably get more recognition being on an outright synthwave project. And we would just have it featuring Lucy Daydream. And there's another Lucy Daydream song out there, and it's called No Perfect Love. And it is like one of my favorite synthwave tracks that I've done. And we put that out back in 2020 before Blink of an Eye and before what's the other one we do? Don't Let Go. And we had those songs. And I thought No Perfect Love was like this bangers track. And I thought this thing was going to like put up some numbers, like get heard, do some work. And it just kind of got really like just mega slept on. The video for it's awesome. If you go to the Lucy Daydream YouTube channel, not now, stay here, but later, go there, check out the video for No Perfect Love. We filmed it on VHS. We do karate in it. Now you see what I look like. So if you go look at Lucy Daydream stuff, you know that I'm in that. And this is the first time I've showed my face. Drive's been a very anonymous synthwave project of mine. And my first Drive show, my only Drive show I've ever played live, I wore it's not down here, but I wore a racing helmet to hide my face. I didn't want people to think that Dave Grohl had a synthwave project now. No. Yeah, I thought it was cooler to have it anonymous. I thought it was cooler to have it anonymous in my hometown because I am known a little bit here. Alexander Heller, how about that Perfect Love video? Alexander Heller produced the No Perfect Love video, just so everyone knows the song I was talking about, Lucy Daydream. But yeah, I'm here to, I decided I'd show my face. I decided being an anonymous synthwave producer in 2022 is not that cool. There's been a lot of anonymous synthwave producers out there. There's a ton out there right now. And I figured if I'm singing on the tracks, I think it was time to show my face also. So you put a face to the voice. See I'm a real person. Yeah. So I went back and forth about doing this live stream and how this would go down, and if I would show my face or not. And here we are, showing my face. And I didn't even do anything different than I normally do. I wear black nail polish and I wear eye makeup, and I basically dress like I'm in Metallica in 1984 because that's what I like to do. And I think that you should just be who you are and do what you like. And that is what the Drive Project is. It's me being who I am and doing what I like. That being said, the next track I'm going to play is Tearing Me Apart. This track was heavily inspired by Midnight City by Miley Cyrus. It is. I not ashamed of it. I love Miley Cyrus. I think Miley Cyrus is one of the best singers of this new generation of musicians. And I think she's probably almost 30 now. But I think her voice, I'm not talking Miley Cyrus before Party in the USA and stuff. I like her her new album. I think that she has a total rock voice. I just love the way her voice sounds. I just want to lay around and listen to her talk to me. I listened to her speak on Joe Rogan, on an interview, and I was like, man, this woman has got such a great voice. Just speaking, and it's kind of got that rough, harsh, it's kind of like this, kind of masculine quality to it. My girlfriend's voice kind of has a masculine quality to it also. She would probably hate me for saying that. She's probably on here. And I actually really like listening to her speak as well. So I guess I have a thing for, I guess I'm a musician, so I have a thing for vocal tone. I notice there's people's voices that drive me nuts. And I don't want to be friends with them because I can't stand listening to them talk. But yeah, Tearing Me Apart, heavily inspired by Miley Cyrus. The vocal sounds nothing like Miley Cyrus, of course. It's me singing, and I can't sing even close to doing what that woman can do in her vocal abilities. And anyways, this is a synthwave project. I want it, trying to keep. I like my vocals to be very new wave. Very. I like it to feel like you're in 1984 in some dark New York club that's really dirty, and you're hearing somebody playing some synthy new wave for the first time. And Tearing Me Apart's lyrics. I was thinking about the lyrics today when I was driving. I was like, wow, yeah, I remember writing that. It's about addiction. Actually, I wrote the song about addiction, and I luckily myself have never battled with any type of substance abuse or anything, but I think everyone is addicted to things in one capacity or another. At least obsession. Maybe it's a little more about obsession. I obsess about music. I don't like starting things and not finishing them. So songs, books, movies, video games. I have to play them and finish them, or it drives me nuts. But this song is about obsession and addiction, and this is Tearing Me Apart for my album 80s Kids. You can get it right now. Yes, I have to, self-market. Go to my Bandcamp if you really want to support me. Well, like I said, the best thing you can do is share this with your friends. The second best thing you can do is go to Bandcamp and pledge for the vinyl and order the digital download. And yeah, here it is, Tearing Me Apart.
I feel lost in the air tonight. Stranger things have come to life. I feel lost in the air tonight. It's like a drug that brings me light. It's always tempting, it's always changing. It's slowly breaking my will to fight this. I fight the feeling, I fight the feeling, but it's been tearing me apart now. Another lover, you're faking, you're changing, your heart aches, I'm tearing me apart now. I hate it, I need it, I shame it, I face it, I fake it, I'm tearing me apart now. I feel lost in my head tonight. I can never get myself right. I feel lost in my heart tonight. Like a strange attraction I cannot fight. It's always tempting, it's always changing. It's slowly breaking my will to fight this. I fight the feeling, I fight the feeling, but it's been tearing me apart now. Another lover, you're faking, you're changing, your heart aches, I'm tearing me apart now. I hate it, I need it, I shame it, I face it, I fake it, I'm tearing me apart now. Another lover, you're faking, you're changing, your heart aches, I'm tearing me apart now. I hate it, I need it, I shame it, I face it, I fake it, I'm tearing me apart now. I'm tearing me apart now. I'm tearing me apart now.
All right, tearing me apart. Can you all hear me? I switched the cam back and the microphone back to the better stuff because I got the battery charged. Should be enough to get me through the rest of the stream, to get us through the rest of this stream. So just give me a thumbs up, a smiley winky face if the audio's good here. Oh boy. How about this? Is this doable? How about this one? Is this one working okay? All right, sick. I'll get like one of those little labier. When I do future ones, I'll do like the little labier mic. It'll sound really clean. Great. At least the good camera's back, and my lighting looks cool again, right? Like, look at, see the, oh, it's over here. Yeah, this sign. I'm trying to do this with the camera. Yeah, that one there, the controller. Yeah,
My girlfriend got me that. This little birthday gift. One of many. She got me this bracelet too. You guys think this bracelet's cool? I saw this bracelet at this. They were selling it up. I have a cabin up in this mountain town, and they were like doing a little. We were staying up there, and they were doing like a little like street art fair thing. And I saw this bracelet, and I really wanted it, but I didn't get it because kind of stingy with my money. I don't like to spend money on myself. Usually, I just buy music gear or food with my money. And she went back and snuck it and bought it and surprised me with it for my birthday. Do you make the videos for your songs? I do not make the videos for my songs. I source them from people that do awesome work, digital work. Or sometimes they've already made it and I just ask them if I can use the video. And 99% of the time they say yes, which is great. I need to learn how to do that. I'm trying, I like to do things. I like to make music. Honestly, I'm kind of lazy. I mostly like make music, and then I just like to go on like to go to the mountains a lot. And I have a Jeep. I like to go on off-road trails, and I like to play music with my friends. And I like to lay around in bed and pet my dog. I wish she was down here. I'd show you my dog. She's down here earlier, but she left. I think she left. Let me see. She might be in here. Oh, she's in here. You guys want to see my dog? You guys want to see my dog? I'll show her to you. I'm going to get dog hair all over me, though. This whole outfit is going to be ruined if I go get the dog. But I'll go get the dog. One sec. All right, this is Kuma. And, hi, sweetie. And, Kuma's my best friend. She is she's a 10-year-old Shiba Inu. And, she is an angel. And she is really, really hairy. She sheds like crazy, but that's okay. I just love her anyways. And, I was just gone for 2 weeks. I was in Montana, with my girlfriend. I just had a birthday. Yes, I just turned 43. I just had a birthday. And, on the 25th of July, we're up there celebrating. We didn't bring Kuma. Kuma stayed here with my roommate, and I missed her like crazy. So I just got back yesterday. So I've been like all over Kuma. Like I've been like I won't leave her alone because I miss her like crazy. Thanks, Jeremy. Fortunately, I've had to start and stop this thing a billion times. But it's working again now, I'm assuming. No, I can because I can see it. Speaking of 80s, do you like the Midnight? Love the Midnight. Not as much as I probably should or as a lot of Synthwave fans do. My favorite Synthwave, I actually have a playlist on my Spotify called synth.wave. If you go there, I put all my favorite, bunch of my tracks in there too, but I put a bunch of my favorite Synthwave songs in there. My favorite Synthwave song of all time is probably When You Grow Up Your Heart Dies by Gunship. And I honestly don't even really like Gunship that much, but they have a couple songs that just like are bangers. They get a little bit too rock for me sometimes, which I know is weird because I like rock, but I love Kavinsky's first album. I actually really like Essinger, Jeremy. Yeah, he's really like Essinger. DRYVE, chance you me live stream producing tracks in the future? Yeah, maybe. We'll probably do that. I just got YouTube partnered like a few weeks ago, so I plan on doing more YouTube streams. I don't know if I ever felt like I would be much of a streaming like type person. I don't really want to be like a YouTube celebrity or anything, but like I said, anything that gets my music heard, I think I'm like down to do. And if I got to stream on YouTube a bunch to help get my music heard, then absolutely. and it is fun to make. I've done some live streams with past projects and made like music on there, and it is fun. You can see the process, see my creative flow. I very much just use creative flow. I don't really edit myself. I just kind of jam and put together like parts and loops and layer things until they sound cool, and then I just like BS stuff on the microphone. And for me, if the song isn't if the song isn't happening in like 20 minutes, it's not happening, and I go do something else. You know, music isn't made on a schedule; it's finished on a schedule, but it's I make music in the weird moments in between. Like I'll make a lot of music right before I have to do something. Like if I have to leave to go to a dinner party, and it's like that's when or I'm leaving for 5 days on vacation. I'll make some like banger track like in a half hour before I have to be out the door. I'll like write some song I really like. That's how it typically works for me. Echo of the Dead building a replica kit. Yeah, that'll be tight. Yeah, Gunship are amazing. Yeah. Gunship's imagery in their videos are really cool. Apparently, they have a new album coming out. I hope I like it more than they put out a single or two maybe since Dark Days, their last record, and I wasn't crazy about it. They had Dave Lombardo from Slayer on the drums on one. Nothing against him. I just didn't honestly really like that track. I would like to hear more stuff that I like when they're more new wavy and less rock, personally. But they are very talented. Proud show. We'll see you later. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks to everybody that's been stopping in. I guess I should probably keep blasting through this record so I'm not keeping us hanging here all dang day. Next song is Dead Air, featuring Andrew Paley. Andrew's a great friend of mine. We've known each other for years. He actually played guitar and sang in one of my favorite bands of the mid-2000s. They were called the Static Age. Most of you have no idea who they are. Probably none of you know who they are. They were a very underground band. I found them through who is basically my favorite band of all time, which is AFI. I love AFI. But I found the Static Age through them. And he was the singer. Years later, I hit him up when I had a band that was actually decent, and we started talking. And then years after that, we started getting together and working on music together. And he was out here back in, it was real recently. He was just out here back in February, and we wrote this song called Dead Air together while he was here. We wrote a ton of stuff. Most of it's very rock guitar music, probably a lot of stuff for his project, maybe some stuff for my rock band. We'll see. We wrote this song. It was very synthwavy, and I thought they would fit great on the DRYVE project. And because I was such a massive fan of his when I was younger, I really felt like this was a cool moment for me to have him on the DRYVE record, and it's really awesome. So Andrew Paley, great singer, great artist. Check out his solo work. Check out his band, The Static Age. They have a record called Blank Screens. They came out sometime around 2005. Like, just phenomenal piece of work front to back. Super slept on. Unbelievable talent. Unbelievable sounding record. It's very indie rock sounding. Do have some synthesizers in there, but if you're into that thing, check it out. Anyways, this is Dead Air off my album 80s Kids. Here we go.
Nobody
All right, that was Dead Air with Andrew Paley. Jonathan asked me, "Do you like or appreciate Falling in Reverse?" Yeah, you know what? I'm actually not a huge Falling in Reverse fan. Um, or what was it? Escape the Fate was Ronnie Radke's previous band. But I'm a Ronnie Radke fan. Like I think he's a real character. I think he's hilarious. I follow him on TikTok. Um, he just doesn't care. Like he's awesome. I don't really care for his music a whole lot, but like him as a person, it's weird. You can be like, it's weird. You can like get to be a fan of like someone and not really their art, and then later like end up liking their art or going to their shows just because you're like you like that person's personality. I guess that's something that like uh, happened with social media becoming so prevalent in society. Was now we can really see how people are, and you know, or hate. You might really, there's artists that I thought were, great musicians and just think they're total pieces of trash in real life. But you don't have to like everybody that's an artist. But yeah, that track's Dead Air. I know someone out here said they were playing like Xbox to it, or someone else said it was good for playing something. I can't see the chat right now, but it was yeah, the tempo of that's like right in the pocket for anything that's very video gamey. It's like 130 BPM, like it's video game ready. So gamers, use that track on your streams. You will not get any flags. I have all of that stuff cleared. Yes, I beat that level. Okay. So yeah, Jonathan, I'll have to go check him out. Greg, you like AFI too? Freaking awesome, man. Yeah, AFI for me, yeah, it's one of my favorite bands. I don't love all of it though. I like if you know AFI or if you decide to go listen to AFI, I'm into 1998 Black Sails and Sunset up to pretty much up to December Underground, which came out in 2006. Sing the Sorrow is a record that AFI has. It came out sometime around 2003. It's my favorite record that's ever happened of all time. It's peak work for them. It's far above anything that band did. Again, I don't know if they got possessed or if the stars just aligned or what happened for them with that album, but it's phenomenal. And it was also produced. This might have something to do with it. It was produced by Butch Vig, who produced Nirvana Nevermind, Smashing Pumpkins Siamese Dream. Um, a handful of, he's the drummer for Garbage. They were a 90s band. Yeah, Greg, Sing the Sorrow. Yeah, it's like the best. Sorry, I'm checking the battery here. It's like one of the best records of all time. Anyways, enough. I mean, I'm not here to jerk off AFI. I'm here to play songs from my album. That was Dead Air featuring Andrew Paley. I realized that I played some things out of order here now that I'm looking at the album order because I don't even know my own album order. I did Bad Love. We've only got a couple left. We're going to play Muscle Memory with Annie Brava. Annie Brava is a friend of mine I've known for a very long time. I took her on tour with me in one of my previous projects about 5 years ago as one of the vocalists, and we had a really good time. We had a really great friendship, and we worked on a lot of music together. She branched out, did some other stuff, started her Annie Brava project, and hit me up earlier this year, maybe back in this track is also one of the last tracks I got done for this album. And actually, this one might be the last one that actually got completed, like mixed. But she hit me up sometime back in February or March and asked if we could work on music. And I said, I'm not really going to LA this summer, but I would love to have you on this DRYVE album. And I sent her the work folder, and she picked this track. And this vocal was all written by her, and it was actually the vocals recorded and by my friend Eric Mascolo, who plays in a band called Little Jet, who's really awesome. Also, they have a new song out today. Yeah, check out Little Jet. Really great band. But this is Muscle Memory featuring Annie Brava, and this song sounds very personal to me. Like for her, it sounds very intimate, and
I think it's a great feeling, and I think it's a great fit for the record. I wanted to put it out as a single. I wanted to put so many of these songs out as singles, and I feel like I put out too many singles. um, and I know everything can't be a single, so some things just have to live on the record. But this is kind of a buried gem in the album. It's near the end. I hope you all love it as much as I do. And shout out Annie Brava. Here it is.
Heard a joke on television and I laughed out loud, half expecting to hear you laughing, but you're not here now. Step forward, backward, either way. I still remember the melody of the stupid song that you played for me, that you said helped you with your self-esteem. I tried to visit you finally. Self-regret, celebrate. Now you're like the back of my head. Can't let go of what used to be, 'cause I still got that muscle memory. Always acting juvenile made me pinky sweat. To hit rewind just to remind me what we had was red. Fast forward, backward, either way. I still remember the melody of the stupid song that you played for me, that you said helped you with your self-esteem. I tried to visit you finally. Self-regret, celebrate. Now you're like the back of my head. Can't let go of what used to be, 'cause I still got that muscle memory. Gonna make fun of the way I drive. Who's gonna make me laugh so hard I cry? Self-regret, silhouette. There's still a stain where you spill Cabernet. Self-regret, cigarette. I couldn't throw it away. I still remember the melody of the stupid song that you played for me, that you said helped you with your self-esteem. I tried to visit you finally. Self-regret, celebrate. Now you're like the back of my head. Can't let go of what used to be, 'cause I still got that muscle
Oh, this part's so hard. Ah! Well, there it is. Muscle Memory with Annie Brava. Yeah, great track. Loved having her on the album. Ciao, Bo, what's up? Carpenter Brutes cover Maniac. Yeah, like instant classic. Carpenter Brutes, incredible. Thanks, Nick, for sharing this stream around. Thank you all for being here and taking time to check out the stream, hang out, listen to the album. Thank you for all your support. I wouldn't even, I guess I'd still make music, but it'd be hard to do this without people listening and getting some feedback on what's happening. And if you have the means, head over to my Bandcamp and pledge to get a vinyl of 80s Kids. Now, they won't be shipping until like January, But you know, pledge to help me press the album on vinyl. It's $30 to pledge. I'm gonna look and see actually what I think it's like. Once it gets halfway, I'm gonna just dump in the other. I'm gonna dump in the other half so that we can get it pressed. So I make sure that this thing actually gets done because I really want to have this on vinyl for myself even. We're at 21% funded. I need another. I need to get 29 more percent funded on this. I've got 28 days to do it. So if you can, head over to the DRYVE Bandcamp. The links are, you know, where they're at. They're in places on my social media. Go over there, pledge for a vinyl. You'll get to digitally download the album. I got some packages. You can get like a cassette and a CD. I've got shirts, got hoodies. And share the record with your friends. That spreads the word the best. If you can, you know, blast it out while you're hanging out with your friends this summer. Maybe you're out camping, or maybe you're at the pool or the beach, or having a dinner party, or you know, maybe you're just sitting around playing board games. You know, put on your favorite DRYVE track, introduce it to new people. You know, tell them it's DRYVE if they want to find it. And not Dave, not DAYVE. I know my new logo. Some people are like, it looks like an A. It looks like Dave. I never saw it that way, and then someone said that, and I was like, damn it! It does. So I guess if you're in the know, you're in the know, and if you're on the outside of that, you're on the outside of that, and that's what it is. Thanks, Ashley. Listen to my music. Hey, I make nail painting music. Like I make music to listen to while you paint your nails. Steph and Brittany Z, thanks. Yeah, please. I need pledges to get this vinyl pressed. The scammer or the payback vinyl, we met the goal in like 36 hours or something. This one I think I've had it for like 2 weeks, and I'm like 21% there. So yeah, help me out. Gas prices are going down. It's true. I saw gas prices going down. I don't think they're down everywhere yet, but I saw them going down. So you know, maybe take that money you're saving on that new tank of gas and pledge for a vinyl, or just share the record with your friends and stream it up. This is the last track on the album. It is called "Never Grow Up." In homage to the 80s. I'm an 80s kid at heart. And if you are too, you know, keep that feeling going, and you know, stay young at heart. This the album closer has no vocals. It is a purely instrumental track. It is the only full instrumental track on the album that's a full song. I've been sitting on this one for a while. I knew I needed a closer for the record. I was trying to write one, and it really wasn't coming. It really wasn't happening, and I like mistakenly stumbled across this like old demo of this from a couple years ago, and I went back through it and cleaned it up and rearranged, rewrote a few things, and here it is. Never grow up, because you should never grow up. I'm DRYVE. Thanks for being here on the stream. This one's gonna play us out, and I hope to see you all again, and I hope to see you at a show sometime soon. Be well. Shout out all of you. Are we back? I know the connection went out. I know the connection was out for like a second there. Did we get back in? We're back. All right, continuing. Then and Now. Oh, sorry. Never Grow Up. It used to be called Then and Now. I changed the name.
Looks like my audio's taking a dump. So yeah, hopefully next time we stream, I'll have this worked out. Oh yeah, it's fully cut out on me. There we go. There we go. Thanks, Nick, for buying the record. Ciao, Bo, thank you. Well, my audio keeps cutting out, so I'm just going to cut it there. Did what I could, the best I could. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Drive, Stream 80s Kids. Buy the album. Pledge for the vinyl. I'll see you around the internet.